Welcome to Fallout 76, this is Jim. In this video we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Wednesday, March the 5th, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out and get different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas that were there if you're brand spanking new player to the game. You're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. Of course, you guys are awesome. The great comments and tips are greatly appreciated. Right, first things first, I did re-roll one here, complete a daily ops. And I got this one here instead, build anything in a shelter 10. I'll definitely take that one for sure. If you do notice, I have a little bit more score going on than you. If you took a look at the top right hand corner of the screen, I have a 25% boost. Of course, I claimed that 25% right off the current Season 19 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%, equaling 25%. Of course, you can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this one here, build anything in a shelter 10. So in case you did not know, you can get yourself a free shelter here in the game. You make your way up here to Vault 51. Now I would say if you're brand new to the game, never played the game before, and you're lower level, I would say the hardest part is making your way up here. But once when you do, that little quest is only about 5-7 minutes long. It's very easy to do. There's no enemies around. You get yourself a free shelter, as well as some decorations for that shelter, which is pretty awesome. If you want to check out a video I made there this past summer, in 2024, I did that with my low level character, just to kind of guide you guys if you need any help. It is all time-stamped. And if you're a returning player and you played during the Season 13 scoreboard and made it all the way rank 100, you would have got yourself a free sound stage shelter there as well, so just an FYI. And if you paid for Fallout First just for 1 month and 1 month only, never paid for it again, if you claimed the Vault Lobby shelter, you'll always have that shelter, even though you don't pay for Fallout First anymore. So I have 3 shelters, and all 3 I got for free. Alright, let's take a look here. Let's go inside of our shelter. This is the soundstage shelter. This is the one we got in Season 13 scoreboard at rank 100. Let's go ahead and turn these lights on here. Right, so as the daily says, build anything in a shelter 10. So you can go ahead and build anything you want. You go ahead and keep it, or you can go ahead and build anything and then scrap it. And that's what I usually end up doing. In this particular case, if we go to our build menu here, because it is anything at all, we're going to go right down here to the crafting section. And I like to kind of craft these punch card machines, and as you can see, it doesn't cost us anything at all to build these. You're only limited by the number that we can build. Let's go ahead here. And everyone should be able to build these. Doesn't matter what level you are, as long as you're inside of your shelter. There we go, done. Build anything in the shelter, 10 for 10, just like that. Nice and easy, and of course you can scrap these up. You don't get anything in return because you didn't put anything into it in the first place, but that's fine. Just be careful when you do scrap something, you don't accidentally scrap something by mistake. Alright, let's pop on out here. Leave the lights on this time, just to drive our maid crazy there. There we go. Okay, let's see what's next here. Scrap trying to produce plastic, 10. Okay, good stuff. So plastic is a junk item. We can use the bulk and scrap method at our Tinker's Workbench. If we go ahead and go craft at any Tinker's Workbench, we go bulk, go to the P section. So to bulk one plastic, you need 12 molded plastic from your stash of scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 plastic, then you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. More so for the folks that are kind of short on time, for the people that like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at. Now we do have a camp resource available to us. Not currently in the atomic shop, but it does pop up in the atomic shop once in a while. And we got it there this past summer. It is this red rocket dumpster collector. It collects junk items, but these junk items, when we scrap them, as you can see, gives us plastic. Alright, so just an FYI, if you do have one of these, definitely put it out in your camp. It only saves you time at the end of the day. All right, so just an FYI there. We can go after cat bowls, and that's what you usually do here in the game. So if you come here to Big Al's Tattoo Parlor, and you head to the east, right up that hill, it's kind of like an unmarked location, and there'll be a cat house up there. The house actually has a name, and I can't remember what it is. I keep meaning to to look for it online, but it actually has a name, but I just call it the cat house. And there's a whole lot of cat bowls up there. Now, as you saw, when we opened up that camp resource, pool table balls is a good source as well. The house right down here in Somersville, the house on the right-hand side, the one with the burnt books in it. If you head downstairs, a nice little pool table down there. I believe there's a pool table here at Overlook Cabin, which is pretty decent. And there's a couple pool tables in around the White Spring Golf Club as well. Just to name a couple of places there for you guys. So we usually go to the cat house. So let's pop over to Somersville here this time. And we'll head downstairs. Now, those of you who've been playing the game for a while, remember this house with the burnt books used to be infested with Mirelurks, but no longer. It usually has about maybe 4 or 5 weakened ghouls around, but, you know, is what it is. We'll take care of these ghouls here. Head right downstairs here. As we see, the pool table balls are kind of flying off the handle there because this is an explosive weapon. But all the pool tables are, all the pool balls are essentially up here. So if we pick up our pool ball here, go down to our item section, it's 11 ball, there we go, 2 plastic. Let's go ahead and we'll pick up some of these pool table balls here. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them hiding behind here, look at that, nice. We probably got our quota there anyway. Alright, there we go. Now all we're going to do is scrap them, so we can head to anywheres to scrap these bad boys up. We're just going to head back to our camp just to make it a little bit easier and a little quieter there. Sounds like there's something going on outside. We can get to a train station, some other's camp, whatever you want to do there. It's up to you. You can hide on me there, eh? Alright, let's go ahead and scrap these up. Alright. 2 ball. There's that dog ball that we picked up there. There we go. 14 ball. Got a couple of them for some reason. There we go. Nice and easy. And again, the amount of junk that we get from picking up from enemies and from killing enemies now, it's a lot of junk, and you can probably easily satisfy the daily challenge just by going around, kill some Scourge, some ghouls, super mutants, Maulmires, etc., and just picking up all the junk we get off them. You can even satisfy doing it that way, get some XP at the same time. So just that's another option as well. Alright, let's see what's next here. Scrap junk to produce bone, 5. Okay, so again, bone is a junk item that we can once again use the bulk and scrap methods. Go ahead and go craft at any tinker's workbench. Bulk. So the bulk bone shards, you need 20 bulk, or bone shards, sorry, and 2 plastic from your stash or scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 bone shards and then you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. Again, for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people just like to get things done quick and easy, the bulk and scrap method definitely works. It doesn't work for all junk in the game, but a good majority of it. So we can find a lot of bone in around super mutants there, like, you know, they have those big meat bags. Usually there's bone in them. If you go after the mole rats, usually the brood mothers will have the mole rat teeth on them. Okay, And even if you go after mole miners and they have the gauntlets on them, when you scrap the gauntlets, you actually get 2 or 3 mole rat teeth. Then you scrap them, get some bone that way as well. Just to give you guys a couple options there if you want to gain some XP at the same time going after some enemies. And again, probably one of the best spots for bone is right down here in Lewisburg. So let's pop down here today. And where we're going to head is we're going to the Van Low Taxidermy. So when you spawn in here, of course, it'll be the blue building right here in the corner. Van Low Taxidermy. So let's head inside. This is probably one of the best spots for bone and toilet paper here in the game. So this Brahmin skull, so we pick that Brahmin skull up. As you can see, that Brahmin skull gives us 5 bone. Just like that. If we take a look at how much bone we need, we just need 5. So all we needed was just that one Brahmin skull right there. Pretty decent. So let's go upstairs here and I'll show you your other options. Now there's going to be a couple of rad roaches. So we do have a couple of these antlers here. There's some over there in the corner. Into the little bedroom here. Oh, he survived. That's pretty funny. So this basket, if it didn't explode and hop all over the place, is usually the couple antlers inside the basket. All right, so that's where those are. And of course, we saw the antlers downstairs. And again, if you open up the bathroom door here, there's more antlers, and there's 2 more Brahmin skulls right there. Pretty decent spot. And again, there's their toilet paper. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We can scrap these here. Again, we'll just head back to our camp. You can go to any, other players' camps. You can go to any train station. You can go back to White Springs if you so wish, whatever you want to do. Wherever there's a workbench, and scrap them up. And again, we do get bone from killing enemies. Again, we get so much junk nowadays from killing enemies. It's kind of surreal. If you're playing the game as long as I have, like, I'm still not used to it, even though that change was in December 3rd, 2024. I still like pick up all these junk stuff, and I'm like, wow, I can't believe the junk off these guys. I say it every single time, it's just because I've just been playing for so long. You're just not used to it. Let's go ahead and scrap here. Let's scrap our Brahmin skull. Done, just like that. Scrap junk to produce bone. 5 for 5 done. Easy. And again, both dailies that we did there, plastic and bone, bulk and scrap method, is definitely where it's at as well. Okay, let's take a look here. So these 2 here we can pretty much do at the same time. Kill a Super Mutant 5. And not every place that has Super Mutants will have Mutant Hounds. I would say the majority of them do, but some, not all of them do. Okay, we can go after some Super Mutants or Super Mutant Hounds at the same time, and then we can pick up the meat, and we can sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1. So why don't we do that? Okay, so we can go to like a one-stop shop. So kill a Super Mutant 5, kill a Mutant Hound 3. So let's take a look at some spots here. Right up here in Grafton, we can find both. There's at least 1 Mutant Hound here at Grafton Dam, but we're going to need at least 2 of them for the to get the Mutant Hound meat there. Grafton Steel is probably the best bang for our buck if you're a low level. There's a lot of Super Mutants here. You can get easily overwhelmed, but if you take your time, you can definitely pull it off. So there's a lot of Super Mutants here, and anywhere from 6 to 12 Mutant Hounds in this one location. It's pretty good. There'll be some Super Mutants here, but no Mutant Hounds. There'll be Super Mutants here in Wade Airport. There may be 1 or 2 Mutant Hounds there if you're lucky. Maybe like further in, like towards the control tower. Right over here at West Tech, it's a really good spot. inside and outside for super mutants and mutant hounds. And down here at Huntersville, again, there'll be quite a few super mutants around and 2 mutant hounds if you're lucky. Find the General Steakhouse pretty decent as well for both super mutants and mutant hounds. Pretty decent spot. And the National Isolated Radio Array, it's pretty decent. And National Radio Astronomy Research Center, pretty decent there as well for both super mutants and mutant hounds. Now, sometimes the game likes to substitute these guys for Scorched, so that's not 100% area right there. And down here, Grindstone Arch, just super mutants down here. And Research Site Saxony, again, just super mutants down here. So let's try to go somewhere where there's both. And before we go, let's take a look at our cooking station here real quick. So Mutant Hound Chops, if you go all food, just keep scrolling down here. Yeah, so Mutant Hound Chops right there. So there's 2 versions of Mutant Hound Chops now. So back in the day, I actually had to unlist the video because it was no longer valid. But 2 years ago, all you needed was 1 Mutant Hound meat and 2 wood to make Mutant Hound Chops. But now, to make the same Mutant Hound Chops, you need 4 Mutant Hound meat and 4 wood. However, there's a light version, light Mutant Hound Chops, and this will satisfy the daily that we have today. So we only need 2 Mutant Hound meat and 2 wood. So this is what we're going to go here for today, the light Mutant Hound Chops. So as long as we pick up 2 Mutant Hound meat, we'll be good to go. And of course, both light Mutant Hound Chops and the Mutant Hound Chops, the one that requires 4, are recipes you automatically learn by picking up Mutant Hound meat. They're not recipes you have to go buy or find. You automatically learn them as soon as you pick up the meat. Okay, we talk about that a lot on the channel. Alright. So let's go to good old reliable Grafton Steel. Alright, good stuff. So, Grafton Steel. We're going after the super mutants, which shouldn't be a problem. 3 mutant hounds. And as long as we pick up 2 mutant hound meat to make the light mutant hound chops, we'll be good. Okay? Because that's what we're doing. One-stop shop for all 3 of these bad boys. Sure, we're locked and loaded here. Now, usually, there's a duo up here, but the game must have changed them. So here we got our first mutant hound. Our first mutant. Super mutant, I should say. Holy mackerel. He went to Jupiter, that guy. There's our second mutant hound. He came to us. There's our third mutant hound right there. Kill a mutant. Oh, let's get this guy. He's going to be annoying. He's got a headache. See that? Huh. Let's get some health in us here, Jimmy boy. Brother Bear. Lock and load, Jimmy boy. Mass carnage. This guy up in the tree? Oh, he was up in the tree there. Okay. So, most of you won't have this weapon, so the enemies won't be flung about like that. So here's a skirmisher there. Okay, here's our mutant hound. So if you're brand new, again, as soon as you pick up that mutant hound meat like that, burp, you learn Mutant Hound chops and light Mutant Hound chops automatically, and your character will always know that. Okay? Let's go ahead here. So Mutant Hound meat, there's our second one there. Pick up these fusion cells. What else we got here? Look at that, got an upper skull. Good stuff. Alright. So just like the... Oh. He's left alone there. I kind of thought one of them was around. I thought it was just the green guy, but there was a red guy there. Let's pick up some flamer fuel here. There we go. Exit adhesive and waste oil is always good. And again, this is just like right around this workshop, right? So there was 3 of them all together. So usually the 3 of them are inside that main building. But if we go on the other side of the building, there'll be at least 3 more mutant hounds. And if you head to the far side of all this, there'll be at least maybe half a dozen more. Like this is probably one of the best spots. And again, if you have like a silenced weapon, you could probably get away with going through here at fairly low level. Again, just kind of taking your time, sneaking around. Just kind of take them out headshots. Alright, let's see here. Sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1. So we have our 2 Mutant Hound meat here. Right there. Now you have to do it in a certain amount of time, because as you can see, they both have condition bars on them, okay? So now we can go to any cooking station at all. We'll just head over here to good old Grafton Station. But anywhere there's a cooking station, you go back to your camp, someone else's camp, what have you. There's cooking stations, all over the map. Let's put this gun away, see where we're going. This is the most important part, like, of all this type of daily challenges or weekly challenges, is cooking it, okay? But once when you get the meat, or let's say if you have to harvest crops, you got to make a plant-based meal, again, the vast majority of daily weekly challenges that we do involve simple recipes we automatically learn by either picking up the meat or harvesting the vegetable, okay? Let's go craft here. Let's go all food. Let's make our light Mutant Hound chops here. Done. If you try to sell the Mutant Hound meat as is, it's not going to work. So now what are we going to do with it, Jimmy? Sell it to an NPC vendor 1, so that means any robot vendor at any train station on the map. Any robot vendor down here in White Springs Mall. Now we can use the north entrance, brings us right down to the mall. You can use the front door entrance, it's just an additional loading screen to get to the mall. We have good old vendor bought resin up here at Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. We have the Sunny Top Twins here in Foundation, or whatever they're called. We have the vendor in the White Church in Flatwoods. We have Duchess up here at the Wayward. We have traveling merchants all over the map. Sometimes they visit our camps. Just an example. Let's go trade.
Here, citizen.
Sell our light Mutant Hound chops here. Done. Sell Mutant Hound chops to an NPC vendor 1 for 1. Just like that. But it's good that we didn't have to get 4. We just needed the 2 for the light version and how it counts, okay? That's the main reason why I kind of show that off. Alright, let's see what's next here. Alright, Kelly Caps 250. So a couple different ways we can go about do this. You can go ahead. I prefer doing, completing quests and events. So when you complete quests and events, you get caps. If you join a team with another player and your teammates do quests or events, you get a portion of those caps as well. So they can quickly add up. If you have, stuff you have on you, like chems that you don't use or want to get rid of, you can always sell them to a vendor that way. You can wait for someone to come to your camp and buy some stuff, but let's just face it, that could take forever. All right. And another thing you can do is go after weapons and armor. Now, grant you, the amount of weapons and armor that drops has significantly been reduced since December 3rd, 2024 update. So we no longer get the weapons and the armor like we used to. So we have to, either kill more enemies or maybe do a couple events that, where there's scorched or super mutants or mole miners around, right? One good event is up here at Morgantown Airport called Collision Course. And that's an event that you can spawn in by yourself. I find mole miners of all of the enemies, they're better chances of getting fairly decent weapons that gives you good caps back. So the mole miners down here in Welsh, they usually have missile launchers, shotguns, and actually down here in Welsh, there's just weapons just laying around. So I find personally, Welsh is probably your best bet. So let's go to Welsh Station, and we'll work our way from the top to the bottom. If we actually spawn in Welsh itself, it spawns us down the hill, which I don't like. Alright, so let's go ahead here. We're going to go after some mole miners. It's been a little while since we've been here, actually. Look at that cat. What do you have on him? Oh, you got 11 caps on him. And that's another thing. That, the amount of caps that we get from killing enemies nowadays is pretty decent as well. So the 250 caps isn't that unreasonable. However, the 2500 that we had for the weekly challenges that I ended up re-rolling yesterday, as I mentioned, that could be a little bit harder, so just an FYI. Alright, so let's go ahead here. Take care of these mole miners here. Oh. It's like right next to me there. Huh. Huh. Holy, did you see that? Verb? Love it. Alright, let's go ahead here. We're going to just take all. Just to make it easier. This guy's limping. Alright, good stuff. And again, one thing that's really good here in Welsh is don't worry about being overweight because we have a train station right there. You don't have to worry about fast traveling or anything. We have a train station right there. This guy here, old Limpy McGee here. Alright. So, let's go after some free weapons here. Now, usually they're on top of this roof here. There's usually 3 of them. And unfortunately, probably what happened, because, you guys have seen this weapon. It probably just flung all the weapons around. That's probably what happened. But there's usually one right here, one here, and one right here by this ammo box. And they got flung around. It's been a little while since I've been down here, so I haven't really picked them up as of late. So, yeah. Try those out. That's the downside of this weapon. So there'll be another free weapon over here. Love it. We'll just collect all here. We get some caps anyway from killing these guys. Should be 2 more down here. 2 more weapons just laying around, I should say. There's usually one right here. Usually it's a war drum. And it's right over here under the table. Let's grab it. Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, well, this guy had a shotgun on him, so that's pretty good. Yeah, it's a shame that weapon probably flung somewhere's over here. Who knows? Alright, let's keep going here. Let's see what we get for weapons here. Alright, so we did end up picking some weapons up. Now the pipe weapons, they're not going to give us a whole lot of money. Where the money's at is the shotguns and missile launchers. Alright. Let's go here. Don't think there's anything. No data. This guy here we killed already. And even if there's chems, again, like if you're a little have overweight on chems, you can always sell. So there's usually a weapon on here as well, so that's pretty good. Look at that, we got a piece of armor in there, that's pretty decent. Get some whiskey here, let's drink that. No sense that going to waste. That's silly. Anytime you come here to Wells too, just a little tip, this wreckage, always good to take the stuff out of the wreckage. All kinds of great stuff in there. Usually there's a weapon inside here as well, but he's not there. Oh, he's got the sign, that's probably what it is. Oh, no, here's right here, this weapon's right there. Interesting. The aftershock of this weapon, I tell ya. This pepper shaker. Sends everything just a-flying. A couple more mole miners up here. Get that out of me. Get that war drums right here, Jimmy. Get some chem there that we probably won't use, but we can sell it. Usually there's a weapon over here. Nice, right there. That's actually, look at another weapon inside there. That's pretty awesome. Some more junk. Wow. I see how I say that. Yeah. And another sign there. They're not worth anything, those things. Berry mentats, yeah, we'll pick those up. You can always use those. Let's hit up here real quick. These guys may already be dead. So they are, okay. They probably went that way and got killed. Alright, so that's fine. So we got enough here. We'll just head on over to the train station again. Don't even bother wasting a carry weight booster. Don't have to fast travel because we have a train station right here. Nice and close. We have good old Dylan Rhodes there taking a nap. Now, there is something that will help us out here in terms of perk cards under Charisma. We do have hard bargains, so it's a 1-star now. It used to be a 3-star back in the day, but it's 1-star now, so this will definitely help us. And if you go under aid, if you have great mentats, as you see, better barter rates for 10 minutes, that will stack with the hard bargains. Let's go ahead and take one of those. Let's go trade. Let's go down here to the weapons section, and you're going to see this in the middle of what I'm getting back. Now, it depends on the condition of them, what you get for caps, but as you can see, you know, we're doing pretty decent. As you can see, the pipe weapons don't give us a whole lot, and that's why I usually recommend coming down here. You get a little bit more for the shotguns, etc. Right, so armor, we got this here. What else we got here? What else can we sell? Let's buff out. That red, there we go. 250 for 250, done just like that. Nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Easily done. Alright. See what we got here. I think we're done. We are just like that. Nice. Nice. And we are overweight for some reason. Let's scrap some of this junk here. There we go. Alright, let's head back to our camp for weapon of the day. Over here, Jim. Crossroads camp. So this is my newest camp, as you guys can probably tell. And I did do a video on this just the other day. It's definitely a keeper. I really like it. Alright, weapon of the day here, Jimmy. Let's take a look here. Stalker's Tactical Pepper Shaker. If not in combat, plus 100% VATS accuracy at plus 50% action point cost. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage, plus 15 bonus VATS critical charge. Stalker's Explosive Lucky. It's a dual barrel, laser magazine, gunner sight, and just default appearance. 16 times 8 damage, 16 times 8 electrical damage. It takes cell, and it is automatic. It's very fun to use. Very fun. Now, those mods that we get them from rigs. And of course, rigs, we have to use gold bullion. And rigs is right up here at Vault 79. I've never seen Minerva sell the mods for the Pepper Shaker, but I could be wrong. But just an FYI there. Perk cards. So the one thing with the Pepper Shaker, it's classified as either a shotgun or a heavy gunner. Okay, and when I switch to a heavy gunner, as compared to my shotgun build, which is what I have now, nothing really changes, right? So I kept the shotgunner build despite it having the laser magazine. It still takes on the shotgunner build. It's really weird. So strength, we have shotgunner, expert shotgunner, master shotgunner, all maxed out. Sturdy frame, scatter shot, skeet shooter, concentrated fire, grenadier, suppressor, tenderizer, covert operative, enforcer, white knight, adrenaline. These random luck cards which you guys see being activated, especially this guy here, Ricochet. That's a good one. Legendary perk cards, these don't change for me. They am very, very happy with them. And as you can see, they're all maxed out. Yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you get the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew Banjo Demon, Confoundedbridge, Corne van Niekerk, Ben Durant, John DJ59. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.